a race. What a race. Oh my goodness. I'll be honest, for many NASCAR fans that don't like F1, they probably didn't like that race because that race felt like an F1 race. I mean, that race only took 2 hours and 11 minutes. That's just incredible. That's what I've been asking for so long. So that was perfect for me. It was action packed, had some great racing, and had one of I'm not going to say it's the greatest because there are many great drives in NASCAR and in Formula 1 as well, but one of the greatest drives I've ever seen in NASCAR. That was just ridiculous what I saw from Chase Elliott today. I'm going to try to make this one a little bit quicker for a race review, just give you my thoughts on it at Watkins Glen. Mostly everything's positive because I love Watkins Glen, and I think NASCAR road course racing has come so far. It's come many ways. What's the expression? I don't know what it's all right. Listen, it's better. It's better than what it was, like whatever it was, like 20 years ago. It has come very far. It's very good now, which is why I think NASCAR has put more road courses on the schedule, and I think fan turnout at the tracks themselves are very high. You know, whether it be Watkins Glen, Sonoma, Circuit of the Americas, it doesn't really matter. It's Road America. It seems like turnout for fan attendance is very high. So just very happy. Shout out to all the Patreon supporters for always supporting. I did record a video earlier today that gave the shout outs to the new Patreon members. So guys, just wait till tomorrow because I already recorded NASCAR Thunder 2003 earlier today. It's coming out tomorrow, but I already did it. So just hold on. All right, so let's talk about the Watkins Glen race. And first, we're going to talk about Chase Elliott because that team just keeps being idiots over and over throughout the season. They, again, did something in pre-race to fail. Alan Gusson got kicked out, got fined, 10-point penalty. Points don't matter, so whatever. A 10-point penalty, and then they had to start the back. And then they made another mistake by not letting Elliott pit. I don't know why they don't, like, when a team doesn't pit early in stage one, it makes genuinely no sense to me unless you are either on the bubble trying to make the playoffs or you are leading the race and want the playoff point. Other than those two situations, you should always pit early. But they didn't do that, and it put Elliott back in the pack for stage two. He then made a driver mistake, locked up his tires, and had a pit for an unscheduled stop, which put him all the way back there. And then the last stage, he was around 15 seconds behind Truex and Larson, and he almost cut down the entire gap. Well, he did cut down the entire gap to Truex, and he almost cut it down to Larson. One of the best drives I've ever seen. That is just ridiculous. And he didn't win today, but I mean, if you are going to a road course race, I think it is 100% without a doubt. If you want to win, you got to be very wary of that 9 car. And I think the only reason why Larson won today is because Chase Elliott and his team beat themselves up. It's the only reason why Larson won. Elliott's car was ridiculous. The driver is ridiculous at road courses. And he would have won that race if the team just didn't make so many mistakes, him included, for making the lockup that made him pit for the flat spotted tires. So that's the reason why Larson won. So let's talk about Kyle Larson because he had a battle with Truex and Christopher Bell throughout the entire race, and he made a mistake. Well, yeah, he did make a mistake. Entering turn one, Larson and Christopher Bell got into it. It was just a simple matter of Larson going on the bottom. Bell did not leave a lot of room, but I think he did leave enough, and I think Larson took blame after the race. But this was a racing incident. The whole saying, it's a racing incident, it's no one's fault. My opinion about that is, in every incident, there is blame. Doesn't matter if it's just a racing incident. We go back to the Verstappen-Hamilton situation, and there's blame here. I couldn't get a good angle on it. I haven't seen a good angle on it. Maybe if I could find a better, like an overhead shot to see just how low Larson was. I think Larson was on the curb, but turn one at Watkins Glen, you need to be like really on the curb if you're going to make that move. And I don't think Larson was. So, probably 70-30, probably Larson's fault. 30% Bell, because Bell really pinched really hard, I think, and didn't leave a lot of room when I think he could have left a little bit more room. But just pet peeve of mine. A racing incident, guys, there's still blame. You can call it a racing incident, but that can't be your defense of, oh, it was his fault. No, it wasn't. It was a racing incident. What does that mean? Every incident, there is blame, okay? Someone has to take responsibility. It could be 50-50, 40-60, 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, or 100-0. You gotta take some sort of portion of the blame, okay? Jesus. Like, I don't understand this nonsense. No, I'm not getting angry today, okay? It was a great race. Besides Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski doing his best Tokyo Drift impression throughout the race. That was very entertaining. Christopher Bell, who unfortunately got spun out, and I think he had a great car, and I would have loved to see him and Larson and Truex and Elliott, if Elliott could stop making mistakes, battle it out up there. But Bell, once he got spun out, that was it for him. Elliott never had time really to get back to the front. So I don't think we ever got to see the true battles between, like, let's say a Larson and Elliott, or Elliott and Truex. I mean, by the time Truex, fell behind Larson, Truex's car just fell off, and Elliott was able to get around him within 2 laps. So it was just a very interesting race. Some circumstances happened where we couldn't really see the fastest cars really battle each other, which makes, like, I'm still waiting for that like 1v1 showdown of Truex versus Elliott, because I feel like those two are usually always the fastest when we go to most road courses. Larson is getting in there as well, but we haven't seen that like 1v1 showdown yet of Truex and Elliott, and I just want to. I want to see it. So looking at the race results, I got my phone right here, so I'm gonna look at them. We got Larson, Elliott, Truex, Kyle Busch. I mean, other than like Larson, Elliott, Truex, and I would say Christopher Bell, everyone else was kind of anonymous this race. It was just, other than Logano and Keselowski just being odd, like especially Keselowski, he was being very odd with brake issues. Other than those guys, it was a very quiet race for everyone else. Everyone kind of just stayed in their own positions, and that's why I feel like in road course racing you can really see like who, like, I think there's a big skill gap in road course racing when it's the best of the best versus everyone else. And I mean, that's why you see Chase Elliott, just consistently at these road courses. You could visibly see how fast he is, and then Truex as well. You can consistently see how fast Truex is. Doesn't matter what the road course is, you just always see it more than, I would say, 1.5 miles or short tracks, where sometimes there could be a lot of different players. I feel like the road courses, who's going to be competitive. Christopher Bell this season's been going the road courses. Larson, of course, has won 2 of them, so he's been really good as well. But other than those guys, like, like I said, Larson, Elliott, and Bell, guys like Kyle Busch had a very quiet race. He ran up towards the front, but he didn't do anything. Denny Hamlin had, again, another very quiet race. Didn't really do much. William Byron, just like his personality, had a very quiet race. Didn't really do anything. And then Kevin Harvick had a pretty decent run. Chase Briscoe had a pretty decent run. Tyler Reddick, Matt DiBenedetto, Ross Chastain, Kurt Busch. Blaney had an incident where he spun. But other than that, it was just a very quiet day for most people. And, Brad Keselowski finished 35th when he was doing his best Tokyo Drift impression. But in the end, guys, it was just a really solid race. I had a lot of fun with it. It was great, in my opinion, at least it was. And I like that there are, we have 7 now? I'm pretty sure 7 road course races. I just like that. I like that, and hopefully, I don't want any more. I'll be honest. I think 7 is perfect, because we have, we got 7 road course races. I know we have like 6 actual short tracks, but then there are other tracks that kind of drive like shorter. We need a little bit more short tracks. Super speedways. I like the balance of the schedule. I mentioned this earlier. I think the race was great. I'm going to end it there. I don't want this video to carry on too long. So guys, comment down below. What do you think? What did you think of the race? I thought it was awesome. Had one of the best drives I've ever seen from Chase Elliott. Had Kyle Larson winning again, who is now, I'm pretty sure Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin are tied in the regular season point standings. Which they matter a little bit because it does give you an extra, I think it's 15 playoff points. But with the amount of playoff points that Larson has, I'm expecting him, hopefully, if everything goes all right, that he does make the Final Four. Denny Hamlin, you would argue, needs those playoff points more because he hasn't won yet. So for Denny Hamlin, he probably really wants to win that regular season championship, but or it's not a championship. It used to be a championship. Sorry guys, it's not a championship anymore. But those two are battling it out for the regular season points, and then whatever the cutoff line is, I genuinely don't care because, no offense, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, and Matt DiBenedetto, they aren't going to compete for a championship, so I don't care who makes it to the playoffs. Whoever wants to make it, congratulations. I am still an advocate of narrowing the playoff field to either 10 or 12 drivers, so that way we could have some big names probably miss out, and then getting into that playoff field will be a lot harder. And then yes, to do that, you would have to eliminate win and you're in. I think win and you're in is stupid, so I would eliminate that, and just go by regular season points and bonus points and all that stuff. But hey, and wins get you a lot of bonus points. That's how I would do it, but I've talked about that so many times on this channel, though I don't want to go into it again. All right, if I had to rate the race, 9 out of 10. Had a great job or a great time. It was really fun. Take care of yourselves, guys. Comment down below. What did you think? Give me your opinions. And I will see you guys tomorrow for NASCAR Thunder 2003. And for the love of God, Motorsport Games, this week, it is August 8th. The game's supposed to come out in September. Come on, guys. Please. Let's go. All right. We got to show something this week. Take care of yourselves, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.